Yeah.
All right, so started. Yes.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chetan Singh. With me, I have my colleague, Mr. Mohit Singh. Considering the fact that Dapan Menon is been into business from such a long time, and research is like a very integral part of your daily job, I don't want to go through the basics, you know, because you already been using research tools from such a long time, and taking through basics would might not be what you're looking for. I would like to focus primarily on the new features that have been added in SEC Online. And though, yes, that'll be the main focus on today's session, but we'll just quickly take you through, browse you through the entire list of features so that if you have any, doubts around it, or if you need more clarity, we can address that. But the primary focus would be on the new features. Now, before we get into this segment of detailing and then showing you the research features, any members, and this is an open question to all the members, any one of you have any doubt, anything that you want us to specifically cover in today's session, or talk about a particular feature, then you can let us know right now. You can either unmute yourself or you can use a chat box, whatever you are more comfortable with. And once you ask that question, if it's a small answer, I will be able to, we'll be able to answer it right away. Otherwise, we'll take that question and we'll plug it in when the time is right, when we are into detailing mode and be showing the website. So any member have anything, any suggestion to make, any particular question that you may have, you may please, unmute yourself and let us know now. And also, if you're okay that we should skip the basic part and get to the advanced search, if that suits everyone, then also please let me know. If even one of the members says that I want to go through the basics, so we will also go take care of the basics part as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take it as if that what I'm saying, everyone is agreeing with that. So I'm gonna go with that thought. So we see the screen. We all know, understand how to reach to this particular screen. I'll simply get to, before we get into the login screen, I will talk about the data coverage. And before that, there's a small thing that your law firm has a VPN, which will ensure that you can log into SEC Online portal from remotely. So if you have any concern about it, I might be able to help you, but not to the complete extent. But if you have any questions around it, probably the forum that we have over here can help each other. So when you come over here on this particular screen of SEC Online, before the login page, I will take you through the small element of information that is called data coverage. Now, this is important because we've been doing a research for a long, long time on SEC and other portals. Research tools are one separate thing, but the database that we have in SEC as a research tool also makes a lot of also makes a significant impact on what you're searching for. Now we see that it says we have a Supreme Court of India judgments from the inception 1950 till date. Though we came in the year 1969 as a publisher, as a Supreme Court cases being a publisher, and for the gap period of 18 years, we tied up with CIC, then CTC, then other journals to fill that gap period and to bring those judgments to you on SEC Online. Then apart from Supreme Court, we have your Federal Court Privy Council judgments. Mohit?
Yes, of course.
So you have Federal Court and Privy Council judgment coming from 1836. Now, please mind it, this is only Indian appeal judgment. We're not covering all the Privy Council judgments for various, provincial colonies that they had in the past. No, this is only and only for Indian. So it has Indian appeals data that's from 1836 to 1949. Then apart from that, though SEC stands for Supreme Court cases, a lot of people still have this, perception about SEC that it only and only gives you Supreme Court judgments. Uh, It was. I think it was right to say that the Supreme Court cases only cover Supreme Court judgments. Probably, let's say 9, 10 years back, when we were not into high courts. But now things have changed. So Mohit, if you can scroll down further, all the high courts judgments are available. All the high courts are available over here. Then few district court judgments are here. 2024 judgments which have been the landmark judgments. Those comes over here. Then we have your historical courts, similar to your provincial, similar to your Privy Council and Federal Court judgments, but not at the apex court level, the provincial court level, like Awadh, Pepso, Lahore, Lower Burma, Upper Burma. All these courts judgments are made available. Excuse me. Mohit, if we can collapse this and move to the next one.
Sure.
Then you have your tribunals. Various tribunals have been added: CSAT, ITAT, APTL, BIPO, whatever that you're looking for. All those journals are made. All those tribunals have been made available. The list has increased tremendously, I think, in last 1.5 years. Then, apart from that, this is all the judgments that we are talking about. In respect, apart from this, we have your secondary material. That is we have your state acts, central acts, notification, central notification, state notification, circulars, instructions, bills in parliament, constitutional orders. All that is available over here. Then moving beyond that, we have the backbone of the Constitution of India. That is the Constituent Assembly debate. So all the 12 volumes of Constituent Assembly debates with various other committees and commission reports, including the Law Commission report, and then treaties and conventions. The list is huge. Okay, so you can go through it at your convenience. The legal articles, there were 50 articles. I remember 2 months back in the month of April, the number have increased to 62 now. There are 62 articles, journals that we have data from, so you can access those as well. Mohit, let's go back to login. So I've shown you this particular domain or a place that, so you can go back, come over here and do your research. Mohit, could you please log in with your ID? So like I said, we'll quickly go through the basics and then focus more and more on the newly added features. So we'll start with Mohit, could you please click on the words and phrases? So words and phrases is a tab which is like a legal dictionary for you. If you want a definition of a particular word, this is a place you should be coming for. Mohit, could you please type in the word goodwill? And please select that. Yes, thank you. And if you do, Mohit, there's a provision to zoom in to this particular part of the screen. Perfect. So if you see the first definition, it says is intangible in nature, insubstantial in form, and other things. And this is coming from a judgment, CIT versus BC Shivanasa Sethi. That's a judgment. In this judgment, this particular word was defined. The second definition is also coming from a judgment. You can see the definition of the citation over there. The third one also from a judgment. The fourth one, however, is coming from, it says what? That's right below that, yeah. So fourth one is what? Now what is happening is the initial definition, like you said, it's coming from judgments. The what, however, is not the judgment citation. It's a legal dictionary, the Wharton Dictionary of Law. That's what has been referring over here. So that's coming. This definition is from the dictionary. Similarly, you can look for other words over here. Will you get the meaning? Will you get the definition of all the words? No. Let me be very, very honest with you. If you're expecting all the definition will come over here, no, it will not come. We have any judgment which has defined a particular word, we are trying to put it over here. What has the Wharton Dictionary of Law has a meaning, we put it over here. And this is a never ending job. So we keep on adding that stuff. But in case you're not able to find a particular word, like one example is Jamabandi. Now, if you search for Jamabandi, it will not give you any result. But does that mean that you cannot search for that particular word? No. Mohit, could you please scroll up? For that, you can search for the word search. Mohit, could you go back to the... So don't click on that. We can show it. It's a word search over here. If you click on this, we'll show it to you how to search for Jamabandi and all the other words. But we'll come to that in the last. Mohit, let's go to GST rate finder. So GST rate finder, as the name suggests, it is you want to find the cess, you want to type the input tax credit, how much, or what is the GST percentage. You can write the the service code number or the commodity name. Mohit, could you please write software? We are to software division, so we'll just write software. So software is 18% GST, and then other information will also pour in. Could you also search for the cess would be input tax credit? Just search for tobacco. I think we'll have a cess and all that stuff over there. Yes. So you see that there's on cigarettes, the 28% cess is this much and this much. So you can get to see this. Very simple story. You can do it on Google as well. Nothing really great about it. But let's go back to the dashboard by clicking on these 9 dots. And we move to find by topic. Now find by topic is a search, which is like, searching through a manual. Now, those members who have been using AIR manual and other topic guide manuals would agree with me that there's the design of that manual is like this, that you have a topic and then you have the list of subtopics that are coming under that particular topic. And then you get to see, the judgments that have been decided on that particular year and all the stuff. SEC also has its own digest that is called Supreme Court Yearly Digest. So what we've done is, and we have that simply means that we also have our own topic tree. But in SEC, what we've done is we're not giving you only a topic tree of SEC, but also for other important journals. Okay. So what we're going to do over here, when you see already see a list over here. It says accountants, accountancies, administrative law, advocates, arbitration, armed forces, aviation law, all these, right? You click on any of this. Mohit, could you click on one of the entries over here? Good enough. So citizen, migrants, and aliens. So it says this is a principal topic. Under this principal topic, you have domicile, you have extradition, we have foreigners, we have illegal immigrants, illegal migrants, migration, and so on and so forth. So this does give you a structure that under this topic, the other subtopics that you can search for. However, if you don't want to go through this, Mohit, could you also do a search for the word legitimate expectation? Or just write legitimate, that will be good enough. Now if you see, legitimate is coming under 3 principal headings. Mohit, could you please expand all the 3 domains over here? Okay, so I stand corrected. This is not for all 3 topics because the second one is the doctrine of legitimate expectation. That's not what I'm looking for. So legitimate expectation is coming under administrative law, it's coming under service law. Now this is only like maybe in SEC and legitimate expectation come under service law, and maybe in AIR it's come under administrative law. So we're giving you both the hierarchical structures for your reference. But what is more important is if I click on any of these 2 entries and try to do a search, it'll give me the similar result. So till here, you have this bifurcation of topic and subtopics, but then once you do a search, it will give you results from anywhere and everywhere, wherever this word is occurring. Now to do the search, you see that at the bottom, there are 3 options. Search everywhere, search in digest notes, and search in headings. Now search everywhere means that if I click on the legitimate expectation entry and click on search everywhere, it will search in all the head notes of Supreme Court, High Court, foreign cases, international courts, wherever we have made head notes, judgments from all the area, all the jurisdictions, articles, bills, rules and regulations, everything will be searched together, wherever the word legitimate expectation is being mentioned. The second option next to that is search in digest notes. This comes in, I personally prefer it from the research point of view going to the next one, that is search and digest notes, because it gives me only and only the digest notes, which is a law points, but only from Supreme Court of India. It does not give me head notes from High Court and other places. So if I'm in a jiffy, I'm in a hurry, and I want to search all that information, all the information about legitimate expectations, and I only want to see the apex court, because other court doesn't really matter to me because I am practicing in Supreme Court, or I only want looking for cases from Supreme Court, then why to spend my time on the high courts? So then we select on search and digest notes. Third option, that is search in headings. Now, if I'm very adamant that, okay, I want my search on legitimate expectation, but only under service law, not under administrative law, not under doctrines and maxims, then I will click on search heading. So what will happen is it will follow the tree structure. It will first search in service laws, and then in service law, it search for legitimate expectation. Okay. So let's search with search in everywhere. Mohit, please start search. So what does search everywhere means? Whatever that we discussed in before starting a session, the data coverage, you'll see it on the left side of the screen now. It says digest note, which are head notes, law point ratio. Different people have different terms for that. Then you have judgments coming from Supreme Court, High Court, other courts. Mohit, could you please click on the plus sign? So Supreme Court, High Court, historical courts, foreign courts, all the courts are available over here. Then bills, rules, everything is there. Mohit, could you please click on the digest notes once? I was giving you digest notes from Supreme Court 308 and other courts, different things, right? Now let's go back, Mohit, 308 for Supreme Court digest, right? So let's go back to topic guide and search the same thing. Yep, and just click on legitimate expectation and search in digest notes. So if you notice, Mohit this time has purposefully taken administrative law entry of legitimate expectation, not the service law, just to show you that the results would, irrespective you pick up any of the headings, you'll get the same result. Now the results, like I said, it's digest notes. So only 308. That was the same result that we saw from Supreme Court. There were only 308 results. So this is a very focused option, search and digest notes. Now those of you who have not been using head notes, which I'm sure everyone is been using head notes, but just to bring everyone on the same page, if you see this, it's the center column. It says administrative law, legitimate expectation, D2. D means it's a digest note. 2 means the quorum strength. And when you come to the third column, it's a legitimate expectation, applicability of doctrine of person enjoying certain benefits, advantage under old policy of government derive a legitimate expectation, even though they may not have any legal right under private law in the regard of its continuance. Now, if you scroll on further, Mohit, this is just one paragraph. It's coming from Navjyoti Corporation Group Housing Society versus Union of India, and the citation is given there. Let's move to the next judgment, next head note. Now it says procedural legitimate expectation. It's talking about something else, and it says from para 16 to 25. That means this entire thing that you just read in the first paragraph, if this interests you, you can go to para 16 of the judgment and read till para 25. You'll get more understanding on this, the brief paragraph. Mohit, could you see if we have any entry of service law, because you have selected administrative law, so I can only see administrative law. Could you see if there is any entry of service law under? Yep, there we have it. So 19th entry, service law, legitimate expectation, rehabilitation policy, assurance to reserve 25% of future daily wage employment vacancies, which would arise in respondent state corporation for displaced Abkari workers who are and this and that. Now let's suppose after reading so many judgments, you have stumbled upon this judgment and you think that, okay, this is something relevant to me. This judgment, I want to see this judgment. I want to read this judgment. So do you need to note on the party name and all? No, not required. Just click on the citation which is there and hyperlinked. And there we go. With a simple one click on the hyperlink, you'll have the full judgment into a different window. Right? Please close this. So that's the topic guide. That's the digest note. And let's move to the digest note. Let's move to the. Yes. Now moving to the next one, find by party name. As the name suggests, you can search with the help of parties names over here. Now, even if the judgment is of Supreme Court or High Court, and if you have any confusion, any dilemma around it, there's an option of selecting all jurisdiction, searching for the name of the party in all the courts together. Mohit, if you can just select that, select the drop down.
Just a second.
You can go back to the.
No, yeah.
So all jurisdiction, and over here you can write any party name. Mr. Can we write ADM Jabalpur? So I have just this party name with me and start search. Now, because ADM Jabalpur is such a unique name, we've only been given option of one judgment. Had this been a very, very common name, like Mohit, even if you just remove ADM from this search and search for Jabalpur, I think the results would increase in many folds. Now 593. So because ADM was a unique term that we had used, that's why it was giving less results. Mohit, could you please take us back to ADM Jabalpur case? Now, we've been talking about the head notes. We have seen the head notes in the previous example as well. What are we talking about it? What is it? Does it really mean? Now, if you see this, it says judgment is 1. The head notes are 67. If you see the first column, right on your screen. And then that means 67 points of law were discussed in this one judgment. Then you have this center column which says J5, and then it says D5 in the next one. So 5 basically means how many members were there at the judgment as in the bench. So that's a basic differentiator. And the second thing that you can see over here is that J means it's a full judgment, and D signifies it's a digest note. So you can see the judgment right now on the right hand side screen. Now it says overruled in case Puttaswamy case. That's one thing. But now I beg to disagree on that. That says a lot of people say that ADM Jabalpur case has been overruled. The case has not been overruled. Only a point of law has been overruled. How do we see that? We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's see this judgment. It says before Chief Justice Ray, Justice Keher, Justice Khanna, Justice Beg, Justice Chandrachud, Justice Bhagwati, and all the 4 names are in bold. That means whenever the judge's name are in bold, he or she has authored the judgment. Okay. Now, because they have authored judgment, you can also see what they have written in the judgment. So once click on that. And there you have it. Justice Khanna's part of judgment is coming right over here. And if you see it's in the bracket, it says dissenting. That simply means that this particular judgment of Justice Khanna, he had a dissenting opinion than other bench members. Now, if I click on his name again, I can go back to the top and can select anything and everything over here, right? Second thing, Mohit, if you can click on the name one more time. Now, if you see this, if in case you want to copy a particular paragraph, in few judgments, you can simply, highlight and do a Control-C, Control-V. And then few judgments would not let you highlight at all. So where you can highlight, simply highlight, do a Control-C, Control-V. and where the highlight has been disabled, you can simply click on these icons over here. And let's do that. And after doing that, you can have to go on this blue color option and it says smart copy. And thus in smart copy, you can get all this option over here. From here, you can copy it and paste it. But moreover, what is important, if you see, it says you can send this to your email to mohit.singh. That's Mohit's ID. You can send it to anyone. It's not a mandate that you have to send it only to Mohit. And then it says this fact has been taken from ADM Jabalpur case. So automatically the citation and the party name of the case is given over here. Now, second thing, you can also, copy as much as you want from one particular paragraph. It's not a mandate that you have to copy all the paragraph once you get copied over here. Okay. Now let's come to the head notes. Now the second point talks about Constitution of India, Article 133, 134, and Redwood 136. What can you click on that? Now it says on this point, this is Baig's opinion was this. So it's giving you judge's wise opinion. Okay, let's go to the next note. So over here, this kind of dissenting opinion is coming over here for you. But then you see the fifth point. What is fifth point? It says, sorry, it says the red exclamation mark is there on the fifth point next to this quorum strength. And this red exclamation mark simply means that this law point has been overruled. And how do we see in which, where exactly this was, which judgment it was overruled? You go to the last. And there you have it. Overruled in case Puttaswamy case. Can I also see all the law points that are overruled in this one judgment rather than scrolling one by one? We can certainly do that. Mohit, could you please show us that? So we write overruled in the sub search and start search. So going forward, whenever you open a judgment with the help of party name or citation, that's how you're going to be, doing the sub search. First search should be the overruled search. And now it's giving me a couple of pointers which have red exclamation mark and some do not have exclamation mark. So wherever there is a red exclamation mark, it's an overruled point. Anyone which says it does not have exclamation mark, it simply means this is a good law. Mohit, can you click on the third one? Yeah. And scroll down. Now see this. Why does this does not have the red exclamation mark? Because it says majority opinion held constitutionally overruled and Justice Khanna's dissenting opinion constitutionally incorporated. This means that this exact point has been half overruled and still half is still a good law because there was a dissenting opinion of Justice Khanna, which was upheld in subsequent cases, but not the majority's one. Now that's one part of it. Mohit, could you take us to the full judgment? No, show us over there itself. No, पे दिख तो रहा है. Yeah. Now in this, you want to take a printout of this judgment, and now you want to see, considering that we are not going to the library, we want to see the exact true printouts, the exact true copy. Then what you can do is you can come to this print option. It has two primary options. One is a true print, other one is a non-true print, and third one is a non-true print with highlights. So we'll leave the third one. Non-true printout basically means that the how judgment is looking at how the judgment looks like right now on the page on the website. The same format will come in, which is not acceptable anywhere, which that's a internet printout. So I will suggest you go to the first option, that is true print. You do that, you select your pages. Now this judgment is running into, four. Boys are just taken 4 pages, so 4 pages are available over here. That's the first page. The second page will follow. And same, third and fourth will follow. So you can take the exact photocopy of the journals, and not only for SEC, Supreme Court judgments, for High Court, for English reports, and all others. Now, second thing I would like to do over here is to have an authority check to see where all this case was being cited, referred. Basically, wherever this case was cited as a precedent, I want to see all those judgments because those judgments would be relevant to me. Considering the fact this judgment is relevant to me. So for that, I will go again to this blue color toolbar and look for the option of case reference. Now see this icon, it says case reference. I click on this. And there you have it. There are 252 judgments of Supreme Court where this case was being cited. If I click on that, there you see, Indian Jalpur case, along with other cases, it was relied on. So that's how you can simply see all the judgments where this case, your case was being cited. Yeah. But let's go. Now, let's move to the next one, that is find by citation. Now I'm giving the brief because this is something basic searches, so I'm just gonna be quick with it. Find my citation. You have a citation of AIR, Indian Appeals, Maharashtra Law Time, DRJ, DLT. You can click on the drop down, and with the drop down, you'll get all the journals option. Does that mean we have tied up with all journals? Not really. We are not tied up with all journals. We are tied up with majority of the journals, like I named it initially. But tying with all journals will take a lot of time. And then it is also, I think, which is a task in its own self. So what we've done is tying up will take time. Tying up with will include with involve a lot of quality checks has to be, then that have been added. Then how well we have the understanding with the other publisher to let us edit their judgments in terms of head noting and all that comes in, and moreover the copyright issue. So we have decided doing the equivalent citation. Start giving equivalent citation. So you can select any journal of your choice. I'm going to take AIR. नीचे आ रहा है देखना जरा. AIR Supreme Court नीचे लिखा हुआ आ रहा है. And let's take 2019 page 1. There you have it. It's giving you citation with the AIR citation, giving you judgment of SEC. Now, is it only AIR? Mohit, could you please click on the next head note? Now, see this. Even if you're a search for SEC, SEC criminal, AIR, AIC, Cuttack Law Time, Criminal Law Journal, you'd have still ended up on this judgment. Okay, so that's the more of it. Mohit, please go and go back to dashboard. And go to find case law by section. You can pick up any case on which any case of any section of any case when you want to see judgments on that particular act. Mohit, could you please take Evidence Act? So don't write the word Indian Evidence Act. Don't write Indian Penal Code, Indian Contract. Just write the second word, the main word. So Evidence Act, Contract Act, Penal Code, that's it. Mohit, could you please scroll to 27 or 29? We'll see which one we can use. Let's say 27. Now see this. On Evidence Act Section 27, the judgments are available in front of you right now. But now let's come back to our original search, that is words and phrases. Oh, sorry, the word search. Mohit. Now, what if you want to see judgments on two different acts? Then you can't do the previous search that we just did. And even though you want to see, let's say CPC Order 7, Rule 11, you can do a search over there in the same list. You'll get the order number, rule number subsequently available over there, and you click on that. But can you do the similar searches of finding on section through word search? You can. And the word search is primarily being used, I think 80-90% of the time, everyone prefer using search than anything else. So how does it really work? Now, let's take the same example, Evidence Act. Now, Evidence Act is two words. So what I'll do is whenever there's a legal phrase, I'll put double quotes around it, double inverted commas. So any word like dowry death, public interest litigation, then preventive detention, all these which are made of more than one word, we'll put double quotes just to make sure that these words are coming as a phrase, right? And the next thing I want is section number 27. So I write 27 next to Evidence Act. Why am I not writing section? Because like I said, we have tied up with so many journals. Some of them will write section completely. Some will write 99 dot. And sorry, someone will write section SECTION. Some will write SS dot. Some will write S dot. So depending on different journals, different formats are available. So to avoid all that, confusion, I'll just write Evidence Act 27. That's good enough. Now, before even I search, what will happen? If I search right now with this, it's gonna give me results from Evidence Act and 27 occurring anywhere. Does it make any sense? Will it make any sense? It would not. So I want these two things to occur near to each other. So write the word near in between in capitals and start search. Now there you have it. Now we see when the section 27 has been discussed, that's available in front of you. Mohit, can you go back? What if there's a case, like I said, two different acts of two different sections or two different acts, then what we'll do? Let's suppose there was a case of dishonor of check, okay, or check bouncing. And as for the person who got the check, he says that when I checked at the bank, the bank told me that this bank account was closed on the same day that I got the check. So it simply adds up to that the person who gave the check first went to the bank, closed the bank, and then gave the check to this particular person. So it was dishonor of check 1, and it was also about fraud. So I can go by dishonor check and fraud. That's one way of doing it, but I can go by section as well. So for this, I will do negotiable. We'll remove this. That's right. Negotiable instrument act लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है कोई भी. Just negotiable is good enough. And near 138. Start search. I can write the 420 as well over here, because that's the second one that comes to my mind. IPC 420. Also, once you get the results, I can do a sub search. I've got the results for Negotiable Instrument Act 138. I can see it in front of me. I can do a sub search where the same search where we did the overrule search. Mohit, please click on that sub search option and search for IPC or search for penal near 420. Yeah, start search. It'll give you all the judgment when both of these acts were. Can you see the next the second Bombay High Court wala? And just so it says 420 of IPC and 138 of Negotiable Instrument Act was discussed in one judgment. Okay. I can certainly remove this sub search by clicking on the cross sign. Mohit? Yeah. So I can click on that cross, it will just remove the sub search. So you can search for one thing and then close into one another. And that's how you go about it. Okay. Let's go back to word search. What else can we do? Now, this looks like more like Google search because it is like one. But there's only a small difference. Do not write the entire sentences when you're looking for a particular search. And secondly, in this software, the more you write, the less you get. And the less you write, the more the more results you'll get. Now, why is that? See, I will give you one example. Let's suppose I'm looking for judgments on what should we look for? I'm looking for judgments where compensation was awarded to because out of medical negligence. So I can write all this awarded and also, but Mohit, yes. So Mohit is going with the typical search. Compensation was awarded due to medical negligence. So I will remove the extra words because understand the point. Mohit, what as per you is the extra words? Remove that. So my point is we're not looking for one judgment. Mohit was saying this in the last example. Remove the awarded as well. In the last session, he said a very important thing. He said we're not looking for one judgment. We're looking for similar judgments, and a similar judgment would have similar point of law, but not the similar language for sure. Right? So if you write the main words, your chances of getting more results is much higher. So compensation and the word medical negligence. I can also write just medical, not forget about negligence as well. Mohit, you can just remove that. Keep it simple. And in this, I'll just write the word near because I don't want, it should occur far off with each other. Just two words. And near start search. There you have it. Relief, compensation, determination of quantum of medical negligence, hypothetical claim, and this and that. So the point was very simple. You keep it to the point, you get better results. Now, talking about this one new feature, I think Mohit, let's go back. We'll show one or two more features, and then we get into the browse part and all. Just go to word search. What else can we do in this? I'm talking about the new features. Near we have known one. Sometime Mohit, just pick up the same search that we've done for composition from your drop down. Now, this time I do not want the cases of compensation arising out of medical. Rather, I don't want medical to be discussed at all in the results. So simply what it means is that I want the case of compensation, but not medical, related to medical. So what you don't want in that case, you just remove the word near and replace it with the word not and start search. It will give you all the results of compensation where the word medical is not coming at all. Right? We got the result. And Mohit, can you please do a sub search for medical just to ensure that nothing has been searched? There we have it. And Mohit, can we do some? Can you show us? Can you take us? No, wahin pe Mohit. Can you just go back? And can you show us how to save folders and everything? Or should we do the folders later on? We can go to the browse quickly.
Yeah, I guess we can do the folders later on.
Yeah. So Mohit, over to you. You can show us the browse part, some bit of it.
Absolutely. So since we are done with the research purpose, research tiles, now we are moving ahead with the browse library part. In the my library part members, the newly added tile is browse curated topics. Now, browse curated topics have been added by the editors of Eastern Book Company, and they have added some major topics of law of the members' interest in whichever area they practice. Now, according to these topics, they also contain some subtopics in it. So let me just click on any one of them. For example, if I click on public law will also have some subtopics in it. And according to the subtopics, I can select any one of them. Yes, just taking some time. All right. So there you go. Advocates, animal laws, armed forces, child rights law, citizen, migrants, and aliens. Whichever subtopic suits your purpose of research, you can simply click on that. So once we click on any subtopic, now you'll get the information according to the topic you have selected. Now, this tile has been designed in such a way that it gives you each and everything which you need under one roof. As you can see, all the constitutional documents with related to the citizen, migrants, and aliens have been incorporated over here on the assembly debates, all the Constitution of India, which exactly talking about this particular topic. Similarly, this method applies on to some other categories as well. All the statutes, not the whole statutes, not the whole acts, but only those particular sections who are discussing about this particular topic. As you can see, Citizenship Act 1955 solely discuss about this, but you have the Succession Act, you have the Geneva Convention Act, you have Stamp Act, and many other act sections which are discussing about this topic. Now, most important is the case laws. In the case laws, we have handpicked some major case laws which are important as per the editors of Eastern Book Company. These are handful, but they are very important as for your research purpose. So as you can see, there is a case law on the Constitution of India, Article 5, which discuss about the citizen, migrants, and aliens, and that case law is State Trading Corporation of India versus CTO. If you wanted to click on that, you can simply click on that. And similarly, you can see other judgments as well. Now, this tile is very helpful as just like I've said earlier, it gives you everything in one place. And also on daily basis, we keep on adding the data in each and every tile. So right now you may be seeing that yes, data is less, but that's not a concern. We are already working on it and will provide you enough information as day-to-day basis.
This is the best. This is the best thing that has happened to SSC during the COVID era, because this entire thing was built up in last 1 year. So this is like Mohit said that we will keep on adding up stuff. And this is like the name suggests, curated topics, which simply means that someone has brought in all the information at one place. And this is also an answer to a lot of members' query when people used to say that how can I see the important judgment or landmark judgments on SSC? So here it is. Topic-wise landmark judgments, important judgments are given to you in one place.
Absolutely. Apart from the browse curated topics, we have made some new changes under the browse acts and rules. Just a second, I guess. Yeah. So browse acts and rules are over here. We already know how to read any act and how to read the central acts and state act as well. Over here, as you can see, we have COI, we have central acts, we have state acts as well. So if I click on any central act, either way, uh, I I can either go by this from this drop down method, or I can click on this filter icon and type in the name of the act. But I need to keep in mind while typing the name of the act, I need not to type the short form, but I have to type the full form of that particular act. Now, in the central acts, when we click on any act, for example, let's take this contract act. We all know how to read this act and how to save this in our machine by clicking on these toolbars. But the main thing which has been added recently is that for each and every section of the central acts, we have started giving you the comments from the editors of Eastern Book Company. Like, for example, if I click on any one of this, there you go. Section 7 of Contract Act. It says acceptance must be absolute, and this is the original Bayer Act information coming towards you. Over here, when you see in the blue color information, now this information has been coming from the editors. What they're trying to portray over here is that they're trying to tell you that there are some important judgments on section number 7 of contract law, which might be of your interest as well. So there are some important judgments on conditional offer, on acceptance, offer and acceptance, and formation of contract by auction. These are handpicked yet important judgments as per them. So these are the commentaries which you can always find while browsing through any particular section for your research purpose.
This is over and above what you saw in the curated topics. The curated topics, it was about topic wise. This is also topic wise, but the further bifurcation is act wise. Act wise, a particular topic, and then you have the important judgment. It might have one judgment. It might sometimes we might give 2, 3, 4 as well, depending on how many important judgments we think are there on this topic. And this can be saved as well.
Absolutely. So this is that information, members. If I move ahead, I click on the dashboard. Apart from browse acts and rules, we have the browse articles as well from different universities. I'll just skip that because we all know how to browse that information. We also have this browse secondary materials, in which we have added the bills in parliaments which have been introduced in any one of the houses or have been passed by any one of the houses. There you go. Bills in parliaments are over here. We have constitutional documents in which we have included the Constituent Assembly debates as well as the constitutional acts. Now, apart from that, we also have the reports of commission and committees and some policy documents from central departments as well. So if I click on policy documents over here, you will get to see all the central departments. If you wanted to see some documents as per the health and welfare, you can simply go to just a second. Okay, let's take this education. And there you go. All the important notifications and the material policy documents will be coming towards you for the whichever department you have selected. Now coming towards the dashboard, the library portions, all the tiles are very similar to each other. You just need to click on the left hand side and you'll get the data on the right hand side. Most of the parts, whenever a member use SCC Online, they always use it for the research purpose. But yes, library tiles are also for your help, and the newly added things which are like browse created topics, commentaries in browse acts and rules are going to be very helpful. We have started including this particular tile as well, that is browse legal.
This week, I think this is member can browse themselves. Let's show them the folder icon, and if the time allows, we'll take question and then probably some more searches in the word search.
Sure, sir. So members, what we are trying to show you over here is that how can you save a file inside of a folder which can later benefit you in order to make a compendium out of it.
Mohit, let's search for something interesting so that we can do both things by something. So let's say you want to search for something and you have no citation, you have no party name, but you just have a sentence in your mind. And now the sentence does not give you anything. Like this is a statement that was given to us a couple of years back, and we've been using this example since then. A monkey cannot decide in a fate of the forest. Now, this is a statement which does not tell you anything about the case. Is it a forest related case? Is it a land approaching poaching case or whatever it is? So we can write monkey cannot decide in a fate of the forest, the entire statement. But like we have learned, we will not write the full statement. What we'll do is, Mohit, could you just write the full statement once? And then we'll just choose the important keywords that is already coming in the drop down. So because why we're not writing monkey cannot decide, and why we're saying that we should not write the full sentences. See, in SEC, any word that you type in this particular word search, it is considered as a mandate. So if you search for 9 words, it will search for all the 9 words in one document. If 8 words are coming in the document, ninth word is not coming, that document will not be part of the result screen. And now, as we all know that everyone has a different vocabulary of the way we speak and the way we write. So there are different ways we can say this. A monkey cannot decide in the fate of the forest. Monkey can't decide a fate of the forest. You can have a punctuation marks here and there. Monkey will not. Monkey should not. Monkey shouldn't have. Though we all understand it's an English proverb and it's always says like monkey cannot decide in the fate of the forest, and it's not like monkey will not. But thinking from having a widening our horizon, we will just write the main words, those words which will come irrespective of any tense we are talking in this of the sentence. That would be monkey, affair, and forest. And probably you can just write monkey and forest. That will also give you the results. Mohit. So it says software saying use a near. Let's use near. And in this, Mohit, we can have a show the show the option of what happened. In this, we can show the option of saving of folders.
Okay. Sure. Now, since you have done your research and you have selected few documents which you want in your compendium or you want to upload them in your folder, then in that scenario, what you can do is you can simply click on this button, that is add to my SEC online folders. You click on that.
पहले first दिखाओ दो result आया क्या है?
अच्छा, sure sir.
It's a Supreme Court judgment, I believe.
Yes.
Correct. दिखना चाहिए मिला भी नहीं मिला कम से कम.
मिल गया sir.
Okay, so there we have it.
Yeah. So there you go. We have got some few judgments according to the research we have made, and now we are trying to upload the judgments or save the judgment inside of a folder. So first we'll click on this button, add to my SEC online folder. There you go. We will click on change folder. And we will create a new folder. Keep in mind that we cannot see or retrieve any of the information from your folders. It has been binded with your login ID and password. So we'll click on the new folder. We rename it DMD. Select the folder and click on OK. Now this particular file has been successfully uploaded in that folder. Similarly, I can do this method with rest of the files. So I'm just taking some high court judgments as well. So again, click on the folder DMD and let's take one more. So now there are 3 judgments which I have uploaded inside of a folder. Now the good part is I can create the compendium with just few seconds. So if I go into the my folders, if I click on view folders, it will give me all the folders which have been created by me and also the files which are there in the folder. As you can see, I have a huge list since I'm creating the folders day in and out. So there you go. There are 3 files over here and you can select all the 3 files by clicking on the result list, then going in the middle icon, that is the action bar, and then clicking upon this icon, that is create case compilation. Once you click on that, the software will ask you the sequence of the documents. So I want this judgment to be in the top or in the middle. I can rearrange the sequence. I can also choose the page size, A4 or legal, and I can click on create. The moment I click on create, depending upon how many documents you have added, your compendium will be made as soon as possible. Now this compendium can be used again and again as it has been saved onto the online folder, and you can view this folder even though you're working on your mobile. So this is how you can do that. And now once you have created the compendium, First of all, it will give you the table of contents, in which this is purely editable as if you're working on the Word file. And also, if you wanted to add any image or anything like that, then you can simply click on this add image. You can paste the URL of the image, and again, you can add the image in the index as well. Also, just like I've said earlier, any personalization, any addition or removal of any content can be made in the index. Once you have done that, you can click on the save button and you can click on the download button. This index will be downloaded. Similarly, for the second lot of documents, the software has given you all the documents in the order which you have selected before. So the page nation will be given to the documents. As you can see, number 1, number 2, number 3, and this is how all the documents will be placed in as per the sequence you have selected. Again, the download button is over here. Once you download both the files, you can attach them and then you can submit them in the code. So this is how you can create a compendium, but first you need to upload all the documents which you want in your compendium. So this is how it works. We have already recorded this session. However, if you still need any help in order to create the compendium or any Boolean feature which we have shown today, near, or, and any other feature, then this help center is also going to help you a lot. In this help center, we have given you the video representation as well as the graphical representation of how you can see whether any feature works. So this was the compendium. Chetan sir, would you like to show something else in the SCC Online?
I want to see, I want to hear from people if members have anything to ask. The time was very limited and I think we started a bit late. So there's still a lot of things, but I want to, also give equal time to the members' query. So any members have, any of the participants have any question, any doubt, any suggestion that you would like to make? I just hope we have members on the call, and because the one thing that I was taking a session yesterday with AZB Partners, Bombay. One thing that I would highly suggest or highly recommend for the future sessions, it's always good to have a video on, so that for the speaker, it is good to know that okay, members are there. You're talking, and it brings in a human touch. Otherwise, thank God I have Mohit with me, who I can discuss things and make examples to show it to you. So yeah, I think next one we should have a video one-to-one, see each other, have questions, but that's for the next time. But let's have some questions. Any member have any question? You can unmute yourself.
Till the time questions are coming up, members, I will just give you the information of how you can contact us in case you need any help with the query. On your screen, you have our numbers, you have our email ID, our toll-free number, and the SCC Online YouTube channel through which all the webinars and all the training videos have been kept. Any last minute questions, members, for any of the features which we have shown today?
Mohit, I believe that you can conclude. I don't think so. Members have any question.
All right.
Over to you.
All right. Thank you, members, for your time. And it was such a lovely meeting today. And I hope the information that was given today would be helpful to you. Again, I've shared the information of how you can contact us. And yes, for any queries, you're most welcome. And again, thank you for the session. Have a good evening. I'll end the session now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mohit. Thank you for the session. I'll stop the recording.